Today on Riffs, Spirits, and Gear, we check out the Mesa Boogie JP-2C. This is my Mesa Boogie John Petrucci JP-2C signature amp, and I've had it for a few months, and some of you may know that it's been in my rolling road case for rest repose for a little while now, and I have played a whole bunch of gigs with it, and I even did a short West Coast tour with this amp, so I feel like I have a really good grasp on what exactly this amp can do. But before we talk about all that, I thought we would just get right into the tune. I have put two Shure SM57 microphones on a Mesa Boogie 212, the one I used in Rest Repose, in fact, and the JP-2C is plugged directly into the cab. My guitar is a Balaguer Beau Burchell Thicket Standard, loaded with Fishman Willie Adler signature pickups. I thought those pickups and that guitar would make the most amount of sense with the Mark Series amp, just to get a little Lamb of God on and get our chugs on. There's no boost in front of the amp, and I have the gain pulled out on channel 3 and channel 2, and the EQ that you see in the screenshots is what was used for the actual recording. Let's do it. So now let's get to the playthrough. You're going to see me use the foot switch quite a bit, and you're going to see me use the push-pull tone knob and switch between voice 1 and voice 2 of the Fishman pickups. Now, voice 1 is its normal state, and that's more of a passive flavor, more low end. And when I pull it, I'm going to a more modern, active sounding voicing on the pickups. And you'll hear me use some of the onboard reverb, as well as engage some of the EQ and just kind of dilly-dally a little bit with the amps and getting some different tones on the bridge and neck pickups. So let's get to the playthrough. I played a lot of amps in my time. I consider myself kind of an amp junkie, if you will, and I honestly believe the JP-2C is one of the finest sounding amplifiers I've ever plugged into. And I am not just saying that just because I'm a huge fan of Mesa Boogie or John Petrucci or anything like that. On its own, at being judged as a guitar amplifier based on its versatility and the amount of tones you can get out of this amp, I honestly believe it's one of my favorite amps I have ever owned. And I bought this from the Guitar Store in Seattle, Washington. It's just an amazing, amazing amplifier. And if you're into the Mark Series stuff or the vintage 2C Plus tones and don't want to fork out $4,000 for a vintage Mesa 2C Plus, definitely check out the JP-2C. You will not be disappointed. All applicable links down below in the description. You've been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.